Hey everyone out there, this is Lorenzo Murray with Hunt Real Estate, Capital Region, and I've got Mike Rankin here from Clear Path Mortgage Solutions, and got some questions out there that every buyer and seller wants to know, and I wanted to partner with Mike to get some of those questions answered. How you doing, Mike?
Doing well, Lorenzo. I appreciate you letting me ask you some tough questions. No one wants to talk about money, but everyone wants to think about money.
Absolutely.
So the big question is it going to cost me money to work with you? I'm looking to buy my first home. Is it going to cost me money to work with you as a real estate agent, or do different agents charge and some don't charge?
It's a great question from a buyer's perspective and seller, but it's probably one of the top three questions that a buyer asks. How much and who's paying it? At the end of the day, does the buyer pay for it? Yeah, in some respects. I mean, you're going to be paying the seller for their home, but when you get down to the closing table, which is where you're getting the exchange for keys, it's actually the seller who is cutting a check at the closing table to the listing broker and the buying broker. The buying broker, in this case, I would be representing the buyer. The broker pays me. So compensation is certainly a huge elephant in the room, but it's not as bad as everyone seems to think. The only time that a buyer may have to come out of pocket directly and compensate their buyer's agent is if we come across what's called a for sale by owner. And in that case, I would reach out to the for sale by owner and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I've got a buyer here who's interested in taking a look at your home. Should they decide to buy your home, are you willing to pay that buyer's agency fee? Most cases, they are willing to pay that fee. After all, they're looking to save some dollars in their pocket and not be represented by a listing agent. But they do understand that most buyers, 96% of buyers actually out there, do have a buyer's agency representation, and they're willing to compensate and pay that fee.
So what if we see 50 homes and I decide I'm going to stick with renting? Do I owe you a check?
You owe me nothing. You owe me nothing. I mean, we really want to, if we've gone and seen that many homes, first of all, I probably failed and didn't do my job, because at the end of the day, we really should get to know one another. You're interviewing me, but I'm interviewing you. I need to understand what is it that's fueling that desire to buy a home. Am I the right realtor for you? As much as I'd like to say that I am, I want to be able to help you as best as possible. And if that means maybe giving you to somebody else on my team to do that because they've got, they're more in touch with what you're looking for, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So I doubt we'd get to that point, but if that would be the case, no, you would not be cutting me a check.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lorenzo.
Anytime, we got it.